Welcome to The Toast, your newscast for all of your wedding needs. I'm the host of The Toast, Aunt Rochelle. Elopement used to be considered dishonorable to families because it entailed running away and getting married without your parents' blessing. But in today's age, there are hundreds of ways to do an elopement. In a lot of circumstances, today the word elopement is used to refer a micro-wedding or a wedding that only includes the bride, the groom, and the witness and maybe an officiator. However, there are also plenty of elopements that are done in a traditional manner. When I say traditional, I mean there are still people who use eloping to run away in a sense and marry the love of their lives, even if it means losing their family's acceptance, which is novel-like. Romantic, if you ask me. Even if you simply just want the day to be about you and your new spouse, then some exciting elopement ideas could be skydiving, cliff jumping, a hot air balloon, winery tours, or even a classic courthouse. Not to mention, a lot of couples opt out of big weddings in order to save money, so eloping could be your way to be financially conscious and also avoid the stress of large wedding planning. Ultimately, most couples choose to elope to have the day solely about the two of them, and they want to avoid the pressures of a big ceremony. Eloping can be intimate, adventurous, and affordable. Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck are engaged again. Call it deja vu because this is the second time this lovely couple has decided to announce that they are going to tie the knot, which has been a hot topic since the two have made the engagement public. Now here's the breakdown of their relationship's complex timeline. You ready? Here we go. The two first met back in 2002 on the set of Geely and were allegedly friends to the public until they were seen lip-locking and getting cuddly later in the year. The media loved Bennifer, and their relationship went down in pop culture history. It sure did. By November of 2002, they were engaged shortly after J-Lo's separation from her husband, Chris Judd. Affleck gave a simple proposal with an anything but simple ring, which was a huge pink diamond. In September 2003, they postponed their wedding due to excessive media attention. Then in January 2004, the headlines read, "Dumped," in reference to Bennifer splitting. The two went their separate ways. Lopez married Mark Anthony, and Affleck was with Jennifer Garner. Affleck married Gardner in 2005 and they had 3 children. Meanwhile, J-Lo and Mark have twins in 2008, then divorced in 2011. In 2017, J-Lo and Dre gave a short-lived fling. A year later, Affleck and Gardner get divorced. In March 2019, Alex Rodriguez, retired Yankee, proposed to Jennifer Lopez. Due to the pandemic, they had to postpone their wedding twice. Then in February 2021, rumors of A-Rod cheating arose, and the two were split billed the next month. The end of April 2021, Bennifer was seen again for the first time in almost 20 years. Ironically dubbed Bennifer 2, Affleck was seen going to and from J-Lo's Los Angeles mansion. The two were seen at the Met Gala, taking vacations, working out, having dinner together, and spending loads of time together since. Call it a scandal! In March 2022, they became co-homeowners and bought a Bel Air mansion that cost a whopping $5 million. Jennifer and Ben announced their second engagement in April 2022. Lopez showed off their sparkling green rock on her finger while whispering, "You're perfect," in her song, Dear Ben. The song was released the first year of their relationship, which makes it that much more adorable. Yeah, that song kind of hit different now. April Fool's Day is known to be the day of practical jokes and funny pranks. But what do you do when somebody pulls a prank disguised as a marriage proposal? What if your boyfriend proposed to you in front of a full restaurant and then right in the middle of the applause he says, "April Fools, everybody." Sounds like a little hard to believe, but that's exactly what happened to a woman this past April Fool's Day. Internet comic and avid YouTuber Gerald Hudson decided to prank an entire restaurant when he got down on one knee and proposed to his presumed girlfriend. He started his speech off with, "Can I get everyone's attention, please? I have been with this woman for 17 years." And he got on one knee with a seemingly earnest proposal. A worker jumped into action and offered to film as his girlfriend shrieked into her hands out of happiness. The entire restaurant was invested in applauding the couple. Then Gerald does the unthinkable. He says, "April Fools, everybody." The entire room was filled with dropped jaws and flustered faces. They even started booing and expressing their disapproval with cold-hearted prank. Now the real question is, was his girlfriend in on it? Because if so, she deserves a little credit too. If she was also being pranked, then let this serve as a prime example of going too far. Fake proposals are not the kind of joke you want to make, and the internet is still speculating on whether or not his girlfriend was in or not. Let's hope so. Well, for her sake. The bouquet toss has been around for years, and it's meant to symbolize good luck and means that whoever catches it will be the next to get married. Now, we have all seen those comedic movie scenes where the women wrestle over the bouquet, which is in connection with the notion that kicking and scratching is mandatory to get a ring. While some women find it objectifying and outdated, other women don't seem to mind it too much. Now, some brides even incorporate it into their wedding without a second thought to their single attendees. Some women have even debated over whether or not the tradition is still necessary or even acceptable in this day and age. Even if the original meaning of the bouquet toss has become moot, it is still practiced to this very day by many people. Tradition is important, but it's more important to read the room and be kind to your guests. Outdated or not, it has been a part of a wedding culture for as long as we all can remember. Don't get spooked out, but cemetery wedding ceremonies are not only reserved for goth and horror weddings. Being married in a cemetery is just like being married anywhere else. This day and age, they have become more popular than ever. Some people want to opt in for a graveyard wedding to be close to their deceased loved ones, or in other cases, they're fascinated with the macabre. Either way, there are plenty of ways to make a statement with this ghostly venue. Back in the day, Jewish settlements would have weddings in cemeteries to ward off the plague. Oftentimes, it was done for someone hard to marry off. This was known as a black wedding. This Jewish ritual originated in East Europe. The idea of the practice was being surrounded by death was an humble way to appease God. However, once pop culture gets their hands on something, it has the potential to become trendy and chic. Here are some of the gorgeous cemetery wedding photos that'll have you second guessing the chapter. Not me, darling, but maybe you. Pets are a part of the family, and it is important to include all of your loved ones on your special day. Here are the top 3 ways you can incorporate your fur babies into your wedding. Being the ring bearer is an important job, and it can be a great way to have your furry friend to be a part of your ceremony by bringing the rings to you and your fiance. On that note, every wedding needs a flower girl, and that can be done with the help of your pretty pooch. What you need is a basket of flower petals, a dog-sized flower crown, and an escort to assist the pope in dropping the petals. Your best man is supposed to be the one closest to you, or otherwise known as your best friend. Everybody knows that dogs are man's best friend, so choose your loyal canine companion over your colleague buddy for this sacred role. Brides, that goes for you too. The maid of honor title can be held by your fur baby. Who doesn't love a doggy in a coordinated dress or little tux? One of the most special ways to incorporate your pups into your wedding is to have two of them marrying during your wedding, creating an over-the-top but unique double ceremony. Pet parents and dog lovers alike would revel at an ideal of a canine matrimony. Dog weddings are all the rage by combining it with your big day. It'll show your guests just how much you love your spoiled, betrothed pups. Let them eat cake. Now, child, everybody knows that the cake cutting takes place towards the end of the reception. A lot of people have experienced a cake smash while either attending a wedding or in their own. This age-old tradition consists of the bride and groom taking a piece of cake and pushing it into each other's face as a form of good luck. That ain't no good luck. I'm gonna get mad. You put some cake in my face, I'm getting mad. Okay, back to the script. Usually, it's the groom smashing the cake into the bride's face. Some brides make sure to let their future husband know that this practice is off limits, but it is still seen throughout the world today in many cultures. Baby, we fighting. In America, it originated from the Romans, who used to break a cake of barley or wheat over the bride's head for good luck. To this very day is a tradition that is incorporated into many ceremonies, whether it be planned or not. After spending so much time and money getting dolled up for your big day, it is not ideal to have it ruined with frosting. Instead, here are a few other traditions that you can incorporate into your wedding day. Jumping a literal broom. Jumping the broom is originally a West African practice that is said to sweep away the past and ward off the evil. Smashing a plate. Originated in Greece, it signifies joy, abundance, and good luck. Sharing a piece of cake with interlocked arms, a Western tradition that symbolizes commitment and partnership. Surprise! It's a wedding! Yes, this is my favorite. Engagement parties are obligatory, but sometimes, if you want to create a more unique engagement party experience, how about turning it into a surprise wedding? Surprise weddings are still all the rage. It can be a great way to get everyone in one place without the anticipation building up. You and your lover can announce your engagement at the party and follow up with the comment like, and you're all invited to the wedding. It's right now. That's exciting. Surprise weddings can be fun, spontaneous, and exciting. Most guests will be shocked yet appeased to be a part of the wedding that was sprung on them. You can save a lot of money by combining your engagement party with your wedding and also avoid the stress of planning a bigger wedding. Half of the legwork is already done when you surprise your guests with a blindsided wedding. Attendees won't know what hit them, but you and your spouse have the perfect opportunity to tie the knot while all of your loved ones are right there. Oh, how romantic. Venues are a hot topic in the wedding industry. One of the biggest trends right now is booking an Airbnb for a wedding. Whether it be a mansion or a casita, renting a house for your matrimonial day is a great idea. Whether it be to save money, accommodate guests, or even to increase the intimacy of your wedding. There are so many avenues when you use a residential home. When selecting an Airbnb for a wedding venue, it is important to consider a few things. Do they allow events inside of the accommodation or on site? Are they nearby accommodations for additional guests? What are some of the local services when it comes to catering? Photography, transportation, and airports. What is the maximum occupancy? What are the parking policies, and is there additional parking? When most people hear the term bachelorette party, they think of cheap sashes, plastic crowns, and binge drinking. Now, everybody has a different idea of what they think their bachelorette party to be like. Now, in many cases, the classic bright pink male strippers and bachelorette t-shirts are perfect, but some people tend to want to stray away from that idea of a tacky bachelorette party. But to each their own. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion, but there are ways to class up your pre-wedding fun night. Incorporating your ethnic background into your wedding is a great way to make your big day unique to you. It can be a religious practice, cultural attire, or even music that comes from your country of origin. There are many ways to tastefully include your culture into the wedding. A cake with a cultural design or a traditional flavor can create an amazing experience and make you feel special. A cannoli cake for an Italian wedding or a baklava-style cake for an Egyptian wedding is a great way to give guests a taste of your background. Wearing an ethnic garment or accessories is a perfect way to feature your cultural identity into your wedding, which symbolizes respect and can showcase the beauty of your ethnic background. International food is what comes to mind when you think of any type of wedding: a Nigerian wedding, a French wedding, a Persian wedding, etc. The first thing that comes to your mind is the great food you're going to have. What is a mood board and how can it help you with your wedding? A mood board has a dual purpose. The first is just to make sure everything you're planning fits cohesively together in the way that you want it to fit. The second is to make sure you're on track with your wedding theme. Keep it simple until you start thinking about what should go on this mood board. Well, let's start with the basics. Much like planning and scheduling, the first thing that you should do is go on your mood board and take pictures of the venue. This can include features that you love, that you want to accentuate, and the place where the main parts of your wedding will take place. Your mood board needs your decor ideas such as flowers, tablescapes, centerpieces, the works. Consider adding a color palette that you wish to stick to on your mood board, as well as textures. Finally, something else you want to consider to adding to your mood board is keywords. This might seem strange at first, but keep in mind, there are certain things that you want on your wedding day, and you want people to say these keywords that you want to keep things in place. Now, who doesn't love putting a twist on things? We have covered some options for placing your unique spin on things before, but here are some different ideas for your guest book. Connect 4 guest book. Yes, just like the game Connect 4, but bigger, and you have blank chips that your guests can sign and then place into the live game. Make sure your chips are at least 2 different shades and you can seal it after the wedding to make a great keepsake. Wooden jigsaw puzzle heart. This is just like it sounds. Have a wooden jigsaw heart made and separate the pieces. Then on the day of your wedding, have your guests sign on the pieces. Bonus, the guests can try to place the pieces together as they sign them. Now that's cute. Custom canvas. Create a canvas that's an abstract. It can be as simple as one side being one color and the left side alone, or as complex as abstract landscape. On the day of the wedding, have different colored markers and they have your guests sign where they would like. Now, there are a ton of other ideas out there, and even these 3 have variations in between. Have an idea that we would like to hear about? Then just tell us in the comments below. Now, it's not every day that an app can make the Toast team pause and say, now that is amazing. But that's exactly what the Elastic app did. Everyone needs help sometimes, and that can and is true for marriages. But the Lasting app can help by getting you and your partner the help that you need. If you want premarital counseling or marriage counseling, the Lasting app can connect you with the counsel that you need. Here's the Lasting's mission. The mission is to help people love better. Love is often understood. It's not about personal gain, but about connection, commitment, and sacrifice. By creating a simple, accessible product that empowers couples to love better, they believe that they can help people create healthier relationships with others and their own selves. Contrary to popular belief, relationships create healthier individuals, not the other way around. Now, that is a mission that I can actually get behind. And that concludes this episode of The Toast, your newscast for all your wedding needs. I'm your host of The Toast, Aunt Rochelle. See you next time. Cheers.